One, two, three. Thank you. You said talk about a new Rap Radar interview. I will. But yes, City Girls, I'm gonna pray for y'all, man. Hopefully, I didn't take that as hate, but y'all take anything as motherfucking hate. Rap Radar interview 408. You said Rap Radar. Let's look. Okay, so Steve Stoute did an interview with Rap Radar. That's Elliot and B Dot, and apparently talked about NBA Youngboy very briefly. And they gave me a timestamp that said 408. Here we go.
I think that we not a
Okay, so let me try to break down it. I know obviously I know a lot more than I'm probably gonna lead on or say. Some of these things are just not my business to say. And I know y'all might think I have whatever issues with Youngboy. Obviously, we don't speak, but it doesn't mean that anything I knew about him or knew about his business personally and privately, I'm now gonna just like fucking spill, right? I'll kind of break down what he's kind of talking about, and I did hear about this deal before and behind the scenes too, which essentially, if you don't get what he's saying, and if you don't know who Steve Stoute is, let me give you a real quick current update on who he is. He owns United Masters. It's a distribution company, just like Disco Kid or TuneCore. They have a different business model where they allow you to just release your music to DSPs, and they have like these different ways of trying to help you gain label-like support while still owning your masters, okay? Sometimes it's like, yo, hey, listen, you could give up some of your royalty for certain services, blah, 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 blah. But generally, it's a way to have what they call a label in your pocket, which means it's a phone app that you could manage anything about your music career through this app, which is United Masters. By the way, I had to deal with him at one point, but it was what was it? I forget what the deal was. Nothing music though. It was some other shit. I think it was an endorsement deal. Was it? Yeah. Steve Stoute's a good guy. To put in perspective, and I'll give you the. So he owns United Masters. United Masters is really $100 million company because it's backed by some really powerful people. So Translation is a company that was backed by Google. So Translation is a parent company, and United Masters is underneath it. Translation investors are, let me see. Translation investor. There's an art. I just want to show you how the article that I could understand what the fuck is going on. Because I know sometimes I'd be like, yo, who is this guy? Who is this guy? Right? Here we go. This is Forbes. Da, 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 da. Okay. All right. Well, I guess it was 70 million. Okay. When Steve Stoute left the music industry to create independent advertising agencies, so he owns an independent advertising agency called Translation and also United Masters, right? He was determined to blah, 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 and his new venture, United Masters. Okay, they want me to pay. I'm not going to pay. Yeah, it was 70 million. That's what it was. 70 million. It'll pop up somewhere. Okay, good. In 2017, he launched United Masters to help, blah, blah. The company was founded with 70 million from investors like Google, Anderson Horowitz, and 20th Century Fox, and now the home to over 1 million independent artists. Now, this is what I heard the deal was supposed to be. And by the way, there's so many deals, and I'm pretty sure I'll leave that story for Youngboy, or what's my guy's name again? Who manages Youngboy? What's his name? He's in our Discord. If they want to like tell about these other deals, there was some amazing deals on the table for Youngboy. Actually, without saying too much, it was told to me that he had accepted multiple other deals. Like, there were people telling me like, yo, no, we got him. And then another person say, oh no, we got him. This is before he ultimately landed at Capitol. Like, you got to remember, Youngboy was like one of the hottest free agents, like pretty much. Like, imagine catching motherfucking, like he was never supposed to be a free agent, if you really think about it. It's like, you never let Kobe become a unrestricted free agent during his prime, do you? You don't let LeBron, unless LeBron is trying to leave or Kobe's trying to leave, which in this case was a little bit of both. Atlantic was cheap, and Youngboy was a little bit unhappy. So he kind of did want to leave, but they could have done things to make him stay, right? Now, he's a free agent. Everybody's offered him deals. He was supposed to, I think the deal that was offered to United from United Masters, so Steve Stoute offered him a deal where I think he could have owned like, I don't know what the percentage was, but I'm thinking like less than 10%, but definitely not like a percent or two. It was gonna be like decent. I don't know, maybe 5 to 10. I'm just making that part up. But I think that was part of the deal, including a chunk of money, right? But here's the benefit of him doing this. Youngboy, who was the hottest free agent, would sign to distribute his music on United Masters, which if Youngboy goes there, every new artist that want to be Youngboy would go there, right? So now, not only is Youngboy going to get paid from his own music getting released, but everybody else who goes to United Masters and pays for services or whatever else the business they do with United Masters, Youngboy would own a percentage of all of that, of the entire company, which that's a real power move. Now, again, the numbers and percentages evade me at this point, and I had heard that this was something that was supposed to happen. This was like, yo, it's happening. And I don't know how, I don't know if paperwork was signed, but some way and somehow through a lot of little dealings, he didn't end up going with this, right? So I don't know if him speaking to Rap Radar and saying that he owned a percentage was him speaking out of turn, or maybe he actually still thinks he owns a percentage of United Masters, but he didn't ultimately do the deal with United Masters, okay? So, yeah. This would have been a huge move for him, like a huge fucking move. Like, you know what I mean? Imagine Drake leaving Universal, going to TuneCore, and TuneCore giving Drake 30% of TuneCore, right? So, that would be historic, right? But also that would put TuneCore on a whole different map, right? So it was something of the sort, and yeah, that didn't happen. Again, there's multiple other deals that were structured in a very interesting way, all that promised Youngboy tens of millions of dollars, a lot of flexibility, him owning his masters, or at least the majority of it. And I've heard about all these deals, and apparently he was going to take a lot of these deals, but somehow I guess Capital came in with a better deal, because I heard about 2 deals specifically that he was supposed to have taken, and obviously I kept quiet about it. One that he even told me himself that it just didn't happen, but that would be their story to tell, not mine. All right. Yo, GS, thank you for the 2. He says, Act 15 times plastic is wild. Brother, I called him. That's what they told me. So they told me, bro. What you want me to say? Yo, Shaquille Ben, thank you for the 5. He says, yo, Act, man, did you catch Drake referencing